Welcome back. It's great to continue our discussion of Ajmal's work. His The Border of a Mind blog. It always offers these thought-provoking pieces.
Absolutely. I mean, he just has this incredible way of taking like complex ideas and making them so clear, so elegant. No wonder so many readers they really connect with his work.
Yeah. Today we're looking at, I found this piece particularly interesting, Defogging the Mind. I mean, he uses this analogy, life is a boat. Really got me thinking.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Such a powerful way to illustrate that. The whole idea of like living with intention.
Yeah, so he talks about how easy it is to get caught up in the daily grind. Work, responsibilities, that never-ending to-do list. And suddenly, we're so far off course, we've completely lost sight of, why we even set sail in the first place, like just drifting along, just reacting to whatever comes our way, instead of charting our own course.
Yeah, and it's interesting how Ajmal, he doesn't just like describe this feeling of being lost, he calls it sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking,
Yeah, I think that's so powerful. I mean, it really captures that experience of, just going through the motions without really being present or connected to, what really drives us,
Yeah, that word sleepwalking, it really hit home for me too. Because it is, isn't it? Like, when we're disconnected from our values, we're on autopilot, just going through the motions, not really engaging with life.
Exactly. And I think that's where that emptiness comes in, that feeling of something missing. Even if, like, on the surface, everything looks fine. Maybe we're hitting goals, checking things off our list, but there's this underlying, like, dissatisfaction because we're not really in sync with what truly matters,
So then how do we break free from this sleepwalking? I mean, Ajmal doesn't just leave us stranded.
Right.
He offers us a way out.
Right. He does. And I think it's a solution that's, it's simple, but it's really profound. He encourages us to pause, to step back from all the busyness and to reconnect with our deepest intentions, our values. It's a reminder that we have the power to choose our direction, to set our compass towards what truly matters.
Like, hey, you're the captain of your ship. You get to decide where you're going. But that takes courage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To actually define what matters to us, with all the external noise and expectations.
Yeah, it does. And it requires honesty, like being honest with ourselves, asking those tough questions. What do I truly value? What do I want my life to stand for? What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? They're not easy questions, but they're essential if we want to live with intention, to live with purpose.
And this is where Ajmal's insights, they get really interesting, because he acknowledges that defining our purpose, it's not about, throwing away all our responsibilities or becoming like some self-absorbed hermit. It's about consciously choosing how we invest our time or energy, aligning our actions with our values, even in the midst of our everyday routine.
Exactly. It's not about abandoning commitments. It's about bringing intentionality to everything we do. It's about asking, does this activity, this task, this relationship, does it align with my core values? Does it contribute to my overall sense of purpose?
That's a powerful way to look at it. So how do we actually put this into practice? Because Ajmal doesn't just leave us with these lofty ideas. He gives us some practical advice, doesn't he?
He does. And one of the things I found particularly helpful is this idea of, he calls them inspirational artifacts, things that serve as visual reminders of our purpose.
Oh, yeah.
It could be a quote that inspires us, a piece of art that evokes a feeling, or even an object that has symbolic meaning.
So like a physical embodiment of our values, something tangible that keeps us grounded in what truly matters.
Precisely. It's about infusing our everyday surroundings with meaning. I mean, it's so easy to get caught up in the mundane, to lose sight of the bigger picture. But when we have those reminders, like, we're constantly being nudged back towards our true north. It's not just about,